Welcome to the deep dive. This is where we take those dense manuals and, well, make them make sense. Turn complexity into real competence you can use right away.
Exactly. And today, we're tackling something pretty fundamental, Windows 11 Pro.
Yeah, if you've ever felt just a bit lost or overwhelmed looking at that screen, this is for you. We're aiming to unlock the core essentials, navigation, safety, even some cool efficiency tricks.
Right. We've kind of boiled down the foundations into, hopefully, a friendly step-by-step thing, the main idea. Your computer should work with you, not against you. It's a tool.
Our mission, then, is pretty simple. Give you that solid base for finding your way around, making it comfortable, keeping things secure online, enough so you can jump in and really start learning by doing.
Let's get started.
Okay, first things first. The basic layout. When you log in, what are you actually looking at?
Well, you land on the desktop. Think of it as your digital home base, is where shortcuts might live. But the real action starts with the taskbar.
That's the bar running all the way along the bottom, right?
Yep, exactly. It's like an anchor. It shows you what apps are running. You usually see a little line under their icon.
And lots of people maybe miss the stuff over on the far right. The system tray.
Oh, definitely.
Mhm.
The system tray is crucial. It's tucked away in that bottom right corner. That's where you get immediate feedback, the time, volume control, your Wi-Fi signal. Notifications pop up there too.
So if sound isn't working,
Hmm.
or you lose Wi-Fi.
That corner is your first stop. Absolutely.
Okay, now smack bang in the middle of that taskbar, this is Windows 11 thing, is the Start button, the little Windows logo.
Click that, and up comes the Start menu, which is like the main control panel or organizational hub for the whole system.
And it's laid out pretty logically if you look at it.
Very intentionally, yeah. The guide we looked at breaks it down well.
Mm.
Right at the top, you've got the Windows search bar. Honestly, this is your fastest way to find anything.
Like files, apps, settings, anything.
Pretty much anything. Just start typing, saves
Yeah.
clicking through endless folders.
Then below that.
You've got your pinned apps. These are the programs you use most often, so you stick them there for one-click access. Super handy.
Makes sense. And underneath, the pinned apps.
That's the recommended section. I think this is kind of underrated. It shows files and apps you opened recently.
Oh, so it tries to guess what you might need next.
Exactly. Saves you hunting for that document you were just editing. It's surprisingly smart.
And right at the very bottom of the Start menu.
That's where you find your account picture and name, and critically, the power options. Sleep, restart, shut down.
We'll circle back to those power options in a sec. But first, input tools. Mouse, keyboard. We kind of take them for granted.
We do. And the guide had a great tip for the mouse or touchpad, especially if you're new to it. Try moving the pointer slowly.
Slower, not faster.
Yeah, it sounds counterintuitive, but small, gentle movements are usually all you need to get the pointer right across the screen. Big swipes often make you overshoot. Patience helps accuracy.
Good tip. And the keyboard. The Windows key itself is useful, right?
Hugely. Just tap the Windows key, the one with the logo, and the Start menu pops open. Tapped again, it closes. Instant access to search without taking your hands off the keyboard.
And there are shortcuts, too.
Oh yeah, tons. But a really good one to start with is Windows key plus D.
What does that do?
It instantly hides all your open windows and shows the desktop. Hit it again, everything comes back. Lifesaver if you have like 20 things open and need a file from the desktop quickly.
Okay, handy. Now, let's go back to those power options you mentioned. In the Start menu, shut down, restart, sleep. They're not the same thing, are they?
Absolutely not. They do different things.
Yeah.
Shutdown turns everything off completely, stops all power. That's what you do when you're done for the day.
Right, and restart.
Restart, closes everything down, turns off, and then immediately turns back on again. It's like a system refresh. You often have to restart after updates so Windows can finish installing stuff properly.
Okay, so what about sleep?
Sleep is different. It uses very little power, but it keeps your session active. All your open apps and documents stay exactly as they are.
So you can jump back in really quickly.
Instantly. It avoids the whole boot up process. Great for when you're just stepping away for a bit.
And there's a big warning in the guide about the physical power button on the computer.
Yeah, only hold that down to force a shutdown if the computer is completely frozen and nothing else works.
Why is that?
Because it cuts the power abruptly.
Mm-hmm.
Windows doesn't get a chance to close files properly and, well, you risk scrambling your data or damaging files. Always try the options in the Start menu first if you possibly can.
Okay, so we know how to find our way around. Now let's talk about locking the front door. Security.
Right. And Windows 11 Pro really pushes modern ways to sign in. moving beyond just, typing a password every time.
This is where Windows Hello comes in, yeah. That sounds kind of friendly.
It is. Windows Hello is the umbrella name for these newer sign-in methods. Things like using your face or your fingerprint or PIN.
A PN, like on my bank card.
Sort of, but it's actually quite different and much more secure in this context than your main account password.
How so? Isn't a password stronger than a short PIN?
You'd think so, but here's the key thing. Your Windows Hello PIN is tied only to that specific computer. It's stored securely inside a special chip on the machine itself, often called a TPM chip.
Okay, so the PIN doesn't travel.
Exactly. It never leaves that protected chip on your device. Your Microsoft account password, on the other hand, has to travel over the internet to Microsoft servers to be verified.
Ah, I see. So even if someone somehow got my main Microsoft password, they couldn't use it to log into my computer if I'm using a PIN?
Correct, because the PIN check happens locally on the hardware. It's like having a unique physical key for that one device. It adds a really strong layer of protection.
Okay, that makes sense. But you mentioned a Microsoft account earlier. Is it better to use that or a local account? What's the difference there?
That's a really important choice. A Microsoft account connects your sign-in to Microsoft's online services. The big advantage is recovery. If you forget your password or PIN, it's much easier to get back into your account.
And it syncs stuff.
Right. It syncs your settings, your preferences, even some apps and files via OneDrive across different devices. If you get a new PC, signing in with your Microsoft account makes it feel like your PC much faster.
Oh, and a local account.
That's completely offline. Nothing is synced. Nothing is backed up online automatically. It offers maximum privacy if you absolutely don't want anything connecting to the cloud. But if you forget that password or the device breaks,
You're kind of stuck.
pretty much.
Right.
Recovery is much, much harder, sometimes impossible. So for most people, the Microsoft account offers a better balance of convenience and security, especially with that PIN layer.
Okay, so Microsoft account for recovery and syncing, PIN for daily secure login. Got it. What about the security software that's just running?
That's mainly Microsoft Defender. It's your built-in antivirus, anti-malware, firewall.
Yeah.
The works. It runs quietly in the background.
Do I need to do anything with it?
Mostly, no. Just keep an eye out for the Windows security icon in the system tray. If it shows a green check mark, you're generally good to go. It handles updates and scans automatically.
And when I'm browsing online or downloading something?
That's where Smart Screen Protection comes in. Think of it like a guard at the gate.
Huh.
If you visit a website or try to download a file that's been reported as suspicious or dangerous,
It pops up a warning.
exactly, a big warning screen. And the absolute key advice here, the number one thing, take those warnings seriously. Avoid the temptation to just click run anyway or continue to cite.
Okay. But scammers still get through sometimes, right? They don't always trigger these tools. How do they usually operate?
They prey on confusion and panic. They try to trick you, not necessarily the software. Two main patterns pop up again and again.
Okay, like what?
First, those fake pop-up warnings. They flash onto your screen, often looking very official, maybe with loud noises or alarms.
Claiming I have a virus.
Yeah, your computer is infected. Or system alert. They often have a countdown timer to pressure you, and crucially, they display a phone number. Call Microsoft support immediately.
And the big rule is,
Never, ever call a phone number that appears in a pop-up warning. It's always a scam. They want to get you on the phone, scare you, and either get remote access to your PC or charge you for fake services.
so what do I do if I get one of those scary pop-ups?
Try to close the browser tab or window normally. If you can't, if it seems stuck, use the escape hatch. Press Ctrl plus Alt plus Delete together. Choose Task Manager. Find your web browser in the list of apps, select it, and click End Task. That force closes the browser and gets rid of the scam pop-up without clicking their stuff. Okay, Ctrl plus Alt plus Delete, Task Manager, End Task. Got it. What's the second pattern? Phishing emails. These are emails designed to look like they're from legitimate companies, your bank, maybe Amazon, FedEx, PayPal, you name it.
And they want me to click a link.
Usually, yes. They'll say something urgent like problem with your account, suspicious login detected, or confirm your shipping details. The link looks real, but it takes you to a fake login page designed to steal your password.
So how do you avoid falling for that?
Simple rule. Don't click the link in the email. If you get an email from your bank, for example, saying there's an issue, don't click their link. Instead, open your web browser separately, manually type in your bank's official website address, like www.yourbankname.com, and log in there directly.
And if there is a real problem, it'll show up there.
Exactly. If there's no alert when you log in directly, the email was fake. This one habit, going directly to the official site, stops almost all phishing attempts cold.
Okay, security is locked down. Let's talk about actually using the computer efficiently. When you've got like 5 things open at once, it can get pretty chaotic.
Oh yeah, screen clutter is real. And this is where Windows 11 has a really elegant solution called Snap Layouts. It's a huge improvement over older versions.
Snap layouts, how does that work?
It's super easy. Just hover your mouse pointer over the Maximize button,
Yeah.
the little square icon in the top right corner of any window. Don't click it, just hover. And a little grid will pop up showing different ways to arrange windows on your screen, like side-by-side halves or quadrants, or maybe one big window and 2 small ones.
Ah, I've seen that.
Right. Or you can press the Windows key plus Z to bring it up too. Then you just click the zone where you want your current window to go.
Yeah.
Snap. It resizes and moves instantly.
And the empty spaces?
Windows then cleverly shows you thumbnails of your other open apps and asks which one you want to snap into the remaining space. It makes setting up a workspace like having a document open next to a web page incredibly fast.
That sounds genuinely useful. Turns chaos into order quickly.
It really does. Okay, shifting gears a bit, let's talk comfort. The computer should fit you, right? Not the other way around.
Yeah.
Accessibility features aren't just for specific needs. They can make the experience better for everyone.
Good point. Like making things bigger. My eyes aren't what they used to be.
Exactly. And there are 2 main ways to do that, which sometimes confuse people. First, you can change just the text size.
So only the words get bigger?
Yep, just the letters and words across Windows and most apps.
Sure.
You find this in Settings, under the Accessibility section.
Okay, what's the other way?
That's display scaling. This is the bigger adjustment. It makes everything larger. Text, icons, buttons, toolbars, the whole lot. If the entire screen feels a bit small or cramped, scaling is what you want.
Where do I find that?
That one's in Settings, under the Display section. You can try preset percentages like 125% or maybe 150%. Just bumping it up a little can make a huge difference to readability and reduce eye strain.
So text size for just words, display scaling for everything.
You got it. And for people who need really sharp contrast, there are also high contrast themes. These use very distinct colors, often like black backgrounds with bright yellow or white text, to make things stand out dramatically. Really cuts down visual clutter.
Okay, what about tools for, say, hearing or maybe hands-free use? The guide mentions some AI-powered things.
Yeah, there are some really clever features now. One is live captions.
Live captions,
Yeah.
like on TV.
Kind of, but it works for any audio playing on your computer. Videos, online calls, podcasts, anything with speech. It listens and types out the words in real time in a little window on your screen.
Wow, that could be useful even if your hearing is fine, like in a noisy room.
Absolutely. Or just to double check what someone said. The shortcut for that is Windows key plus Control plus L. Toggles it on and off.
Neat. And the other AI tool?
The magnifier. This isn't exactly new, but it's really effective. It acts like a digital magnifying glass.
How does that work?
You turn it on with Windows key and the plus sign, plus. A portion of your screen gets enlarged, and it usually follows your mouse pointer around. Perfect for zooming in on tiny text, looking closely at image details, or reading maps. Windows key and escape closes it.
So lots of ways to tailor the view and sound to your own needs.
Definitely. It's worth exploring those accessibility settings.
All right, we've got the basics down, security is solid, comfort is adjusted. Now for the fun stuff, the little tricks and hidden tools that save you time. Let's start with copy and paste. Everyone does it, but it can be clunky.
Oh, yeah. The standard clipboard only remembers the last thing you copied, right? Which is fine until you need something you copied 2 steps ago.
Exactly. Then you have to go back and copy it again.
Well, Windows 11 has clipboard history.
Mm-mm.
This is honestly a game changer for daily work. It remembers multiple things you've copied recently.
Multiple things like text and images.
Both text snippets, screenshots, images. It holds a list of them.
How do you see this list?
The magic shortcut is Windows key plus V. Instead of Fixtral plus V to paste the last item, press Win plus V, and a little window pops up showing your recent clipboard items. You just click the one you want to paste.
That sounds amazing.
It gets better. You can also pin items in that history. Think about things you type all the time. Maybe your email address, a specific code, a standard reply.
You can pin them so they don't disappear from the list.
Exactly. They stay right there at the top of your Win plus V list, always ready to be pasted. It saves so much repetitive typing. Seriously, try using Win plus V for a day. You won't go back.
Okay, Win plus V. Writing that one down. Now, the guide mentioned something called Power Toys. Sounds intense.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the name is a bit much. But Power Toys were actually a collection of free, optional tools made by Microsoft engineers themselves. They add extra sort of power user features to Windows.
Are they hard to use? Should a beginner bother?
Some are more advanced, but a couple are incredibly useful, even if you're just getting comfortable. They're designed for convenience. You download them separately from the Microsoft Store.
Okay, give me an example. What's a really practical power toy?
Fancy Zones. Remember Snap layouts for organizing windows? Fancy Zones is like Snap layouts on steroids.
How so?
It lets you create your own custom window layouts. Instead of just the built-in grids, you can design specific zones on your screen, maybe 3 vertical columns, or a big central area with small sidebars. It's perfect if you have a large monitor or a specific workflow.
How do you use it once it's set up?
You just hold down the Shift key while you start dragging a window, and your custom zones appear. Then you just drop the window into the zone you want. Super precise control.
Okay, that sounds powerful for complex setups. What's another useful one?
This one solves a super common frustration. Text extractor.
What does it extract text from?
From places where you normally can't select text. Think about text inside an image, or a screenshot, or maybe a scanned PDF where the text isn't selectable.
Oh, wow. That happens all the time.
Right. With Text Extractor running, you press Windows key plus Shift plus T. Your screen dims slightly, you just draw a box around the text you want, even if it's in a picture.
And it copies the text.
It uses OCR optical character recognition to read the text within that box and copies it to your clipboard. Ready to paste it into Notepad or an email, it's incredibly useful.
Windows plus Shift plus T. Another one for the list. Okay, final check-in. Basic file organization, we have all these tools, but we need to find our stuff. File Explorer.
Right. Don't let digital clutter undermine your newfound competence. 2 quick wins in the modern File Explorer. First, tabs.
Like in a web browser.
Exactly like that. You can open multiple folders within the same File Explorer window, each in its own tab. It massively reduces the number of windows open on your taskbar. Much cleaner.
Simple but effective. What else?
Use Quick Access. That's the section at the top left of File Explorer. You can pin your most frequently used folders there.
So project folders, picture folders,
Right.
whatever you use daily.
Yep. Pin them to Quick Access, and they're always just one click away no matter where you are in your folder structure.
And the absolute bedrock, the habit that underpins everything.
Clear file naming. It sounds so basic, but honestly, the difference between saving a photo as img0024.jpg and saving it as Grandkids Garden Picnic May 2025.jpg is enormous.
Helps you remember what it is. Helps search find it later.
Exactly. Good naming makes your digital life manageable. It connects everything we've talked about. Hashtag tag outro.
And that's our deep dive. We've covered a lot of ground. From just understanding the desktop and taskbar to logging in securely with Windows Hello and a PIN.
Right. Through organizing your workspace with snap layouts, adjusting things for comfort, and even using those hidden gems like clipboard history and Power Toys.
You should now have that solid foundation, enough to feel competent, in control, and ready to explore more on your own.
Absolutely. And remember, the key really is just a bit of consistency and patience. Every time you practice using that Win plus V or Snap a window, you're building that muscle memory. It gets easier and faster.
It's about making the technology work for you, not feeling like you're fighting it.
Precisely. Building that independence.
Okay, before we wrap up, here's something to think about, building on what we discussed. The guide we used really emphasizes BitLocker Drive encryption for Windows 11 Pro users. That's the feature that scrambles your entire hard drive, making it unreadable if someone steals the physical computer.
Full disk encryption.
So, considering what we learned, the PIN gives you strong protection specifically on your device, stopping someone from just logging in. The Microsoft account helps you recover your stuff if you lose access, and BitLocker scrambles the data itself if the machine is stolen.
Right, 3 layers.
So the provocative thought is this. How does combining these 3 things, the local PIN, the recoverable Microsoft account, and the always-on BitLocker encryption, potentially change the game? How might that combination fundamentally reduce or even eliminate the anxiety around losing your physical laptop or computer, knowing your actual data, your memories, your files remain secure even if the device itself is gone?
Something to mull over.
Yeah.
How those layers work together to protect not just access, but the data itself.
Exactly. Think on that. Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive.